Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Spaceblock. A little bit of a confession. In between episodes, I removed the Factorio mod. I ran into an issue with it that I figured it was something that I couldn't work with. I believe it's a bug. I believe it's something that needs to be adjusted in the mod, and I have reported it. Basically, the problem is that so the way the mod would work is that you could use science packs to create these science energy packs. And the science energy packs are used in recipes just kind of strewn throughout Factorio. Basically, we needed one to create an assembly machine. We needed one for the green science, etc. So once that was used in that, it would spit out an empty, or one that had all the charge knocked out of it. And then there was another recipe where you could take 5 of those uncharged ones and create 5 charged ones using another science pack. So basically a way to recharge those empties. And that was working really well with the red science. However, for the green science, and it appears like the higher level ones as well, that was not a 5-to-5 ratio. It was not a 1-to-1 ratio. It was 5 going in and only 1 coming out. And that is quite a downward resource spiral. And I think that might have been one of the things that was messing with me in the last episode with it. But I've reported it, but I have limited recording time, so I kind of have to move on. So we will. We may take a look at it a little bit later or in another series, because I like the idea. I like the idea of making things just a little bit more complex. Otherwise, it's just playing Factorio in space, really. But, yeah, I looked at some other mods, but a lot of them seemed like we needed to start over, and I didn't want to do that either. So we're just going to go onward, ever upward, and we will, I guess, start working on science. So let's do it. All right, I want to come here and give just a little bit of space. I would typically do 4 spaces in between modules, but I think I want to mix it up a little bit and do 8. All right, how do I want to fit this in? Let's see, let's grab a science lab, and I'd like to make some more science labs. Let's get some stuff to do that. Maybe 4. That seems like a good number to start with. All right, let's go ahead and lay out my typical science lab design like here. Normally what I would do is take that, do that underground. Yeah. That's the one right there. And then I would have an inserter coming in like that. And this would technically go like that. And that gives science lines coming in. Yeah. That would go out like that. You would come in there. No. Well, I mean, in order to keep this spacing, we could just leave that like that. Bring that in there, like that. How many of these did I make? I made 4 of them. Let's scoot that on down. And I'm wanting to place this here on the landfill so that I can blueprint it and place it where I want to out there. I'm not sure if that's going to going to make sense as I'm doing this. So 3 and 4, and then that will be like that. And I think that'll be our science setup. All right, so I want a blueprint of this, and I want to start like maybe right there. I want the tiles. I grabbed too much. Let's try that again. There we go. I want the tiles. All right, so that is going to be our end right there. I was going to leave just a little bit of space like that and put that right there. Can I do that from here? I sure can. Fantastic. Okay, that's going to be right there, like that. I can take that off. All right, then we can pull all this up and then get it placed up there. Figured kind of work with some of this stuff with the space and maybe not just make it all nice and blocky. Let's see. We only need the top line right now. Which will be the red and green science. That'll feed into there, and then we'll have daisy chains going up that feed those going across like that. And eventually, those will be long-handed inserters. Fast inserters, not long-handed inserters. All right, and this can just scoot on, and we'll run that up there to run all of our science on. That'll be our science bus, basically. And eventually, I guess we'll fill that in and put space science in there. Or we'll use logistics. Who knows? All right, let's go ahead and take this. Maybe to like right there. And then we can start working on our module. Let's block that right there. Let's do that right there. And we can start working on this right here. All right, so red and green science. I want to start this off with, like, I don't know. I want to try to kind of compact some of these builds a little bit more so than I've been doing. And I want to kind of try to limit it based off of the ore that's coming in, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does. I'm not sure that it will. But we're basically making copper and iron. So I've got room for the copper right here and the iron right there. And then we'll just make this go on up. And then that'll spit out to this, which will be our line that is carrying red and green science out that way. All right, so red and green science. I set up the numbers to do 45 science a minute. I was going to go 60, but 45, I don't know, just scaling down the number of these we need seems to make sense. And since I'm not going to be going too far with this playthrough, I don't think, once we launch the rocket, 45 is ample. It's a good starting, target. So in order to do that, we're going to need, well, let's just make sure this fits here. I mean, I know it fits, but let's just make sure it makes sense. We got 2 spaces over there. We've got 3 spaces over there. All right, we can work with this. We'll just add an extra one. And move that over one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, does that need... That can come down. Let's bring it down to here. All right, so for 45 science a minute, we're going to need 5 red science makers and 6 green science makers in a configuration sort of like that. Does that matter? No, it totally doesn't. But I don't know. It makes the input belt shorter there, so we're saving stuff. We're being very efficient. All right, and that'll be our science line going out. That'll come out here. And tie into the science going right there. It's all right. It's all right. All right, and then we're going to need to feed these machines. I probably should have brought that in a little bit more, but I already didn't do that already. Yeah, that's gonna work. Gears, inserters, transport belt. That would make that circuits, that would make that wire, and that would make that gears. Because with this configuration, we actually need more gears than one machine would provide. I think it is, what, it's 1.3. So, yeah, we'll just dedicate one over to these guys and then dedicate one to the red science. They'll both overproduce gears, I believe. Let me double check that. For just the green science, we need 0.8. Yeah, so we should be fine. All right, and we'll run a line coming down here that will be iron that all these guys can grab from. And that will be our input belt for the science. Let's go ahead and just start inserting this stuff. You there, you there, you there. You'll come in on that side. You'll grab off of that. 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 That'll go down like that. And then we can do the little squiggle jig here to get the transport belt on the inside. I know we can also do it with the splitter, but it seems like an expensive way to do it, since splitters are for transport belt, electronic circuits, and extra iron plate. And this little thing right here is 1, 2, 3 transport belts. So that's a win. All right, that'll be good there. And then on this side, we will have a copper line coming in that all of you will grab from. And as long as we get copper on the inside of the belt here, you should be able to grab it, and you should be able to send up there. And then when you spit out your gears, they will spit out on the outside of the belt. We'll have copper on the inside, and everybody will be happy. All right. All right, now we need to do some smelting. And we need, wait, that's not right. Okay, yeah, that's right. We need 3 furnaces smelting copper, and then 9 furnaces smelting the iron. If we set the copper going out like that, that should work. That's going to put it on the outside. We said we needed it on the inside. So a little squiggle here to put that on the inside of the belt. And that would put a line of copper and coal coming there. And then our iron line is coming down through here. Now, how much iron do we need? We need 0.4 yellow belts, so we can actually squeeze all that in on one side. That's 5. I could probably just go ahead and take this up quite a ways. I'm sure we'll use the space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something. Yeah, that's 10. That's more than we need. So that belt coming up is going to be the output, and then we have that belt coming in, which is going to be the input. All right, and let's see. You guys are going to need some coal. And I think we should be okay with 2 machines. We need 16.2 a minute. So 2 of these should, in theory, make 18. We take that up. I mean, if we can make that go underground, we could do it like that right there. I don't hate that. And then that would be our copper line coming in, and that would be our iron line coming in. Yeah, then we just need to set these up. Now we need 337.5, which we'll call 338. Divided by 9 would be 38. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Let's see, we want iron on this side. So 10, 20, 30, and that would be 40, so we bring that in a little bit. It's right there. And that would be 38, if I'm not mistaken. Would that work? I think so. And then for copper... Copper, we need 113 divided by 9. That would be 13. So probably 14 is what we would want to end up there. just to keep it nice and even. So 10, and then 4 more. That's not going to be very optimal, because we need this on the outside of the belt, right? That could be worse. That could be a lot worse. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and just finish this up. That adds the 4 additional machines. Let's get rid of the excess landfill there. And that should be this all good to go once we get all the inserters and stuff placed. Okay, and you are going to be copper. I just heard the power pole snip there. Okay. And yeah, we need to finish all these out here. That. 38. And trim off the excess landfill there. All right, I appear to be out of inserters and assembly machines. We still have belt, though. How are we doing power pole-wise? We can do better. Let's get some more wood being made while we go back to the... go back and get some more. There's inserters, there's those. Let's see, let's grab some assembly machines. Whoa, that's a lot of assembly machines. Let's take that down a couple. We probably actually need that many with how many we're going to make. But we need to get the level 2s working here soon. And do that, we will. Let's see, let's get wood still continuing to produce. Okay, can't do a lot until we get some more power poles. Apparently that's a very slow process. There. there. That's going to have to go up an additional one there, and then that should all be good to go. I'm going to need to do the same here. Okay, and that should all be good to go. Power pole there to connect those up. Okay, and then there, and there. And I haven't really thought of what I'm going to do about the power situation going up and down the bus. I guess for now, we just go ahead and run it, and I'm going to get myself in a dead end there. All right, we'll probably find ourselves here very quickly in a situation where we are short of power. But I do want to grab some things here just to get this stuff started, hopefully. Yeah, I probably need to get a wood machine up and running too. Well, I mean, we should be able to make the big power poles. I just need to get them set up in an automated fashion. All right, coal's a go. Copper. Okay, as long as with the distribution 5 gets set in each one, we should be fine. Okay, trim that up there. Okay, and that should get all that process started. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get power going to these labs. For now, I'm just going to do that. That's not going to work long term, but for short term, it should work just fine. See, don't need that one. All right, and I think that is going to work, except that we don't have enough power. We never have enough power. All right, well, I'm going to bump up power. I think I was going to do a little bit of power calculations. I did not do that. We will punt and do that a little bit later. But yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and fix the power, get that back up and running. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one. Always power. Power, power, power.